Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Sabina Chege's goose seems to be cooked as Azimio fulfills Wetangula's condition for ouster. So the fate of Sabina Chege as the National Assembly Deputy Minority Whip now lies with Speaker Moses Wetangula as the House resumes its sittings next week. So the move to the whip Chege was put on hold by Wetangula last month, arguing that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition did not provide for a replacement as provided for in the House standing orders. So on Tuesday, after Azimio PG, the party settled on Embakasi West MP Mark Mwenje as Sabina Chege's replacement. All these are because she had shifted allegiance to the Kenya Kwanza administrations and leading the faction that sought to topple Jubilee leadership, where she was named acting party leader to replace Uhuru Kenyatta. So this now sets in motion an official communication from Mr. Wetangula, who had last month refused to allow Azimio to make changes in his leadership, citing lack of replacement of Mrs. Chege, that is Sabina Chege. So last month, you remember, when Azimio had sought that directive from Wetangula to de-whip Sabina Chege, after the move that Sabina Chege had totally exhibited, a move that was contrary to Jubilee's policies, a move that was contrary to Azimio, that they whip Sabina Chege off that minority whip position, because that was given courtesy to the Azimio One Kenya Alliance makubaliano. But Sabina Chege defied all and everything about Azimio. So because of that reason, she was de-whipped. That is after Uhuru Kenyatta had moved on to also remove Sabina Chege from the party membership. She was suspended, and I think close to 9 members were suspended. So as to whether Wetangula will play ping pong or with this time round abide by the law, only time will tell. But we've noticed that Wetangula has been protecting Sabina Chege all the time, that this debate of ousting her is brought. Azimio has already written to Wetangula and given Wetangula Mwenje, who is the replacement of Sabina Chege, but we know very well that Moses Wetangula will not honor that letter, because he has been lately defending Sabina Chege and unlawfully, whereas we expect Wetangula to be non-partisan. There is a time I made an analysis here about the former speaker of who was there during that Speaker Marende, who was there during the coalition government. You see, the former speaker was in the ODM party. And we know by history that Kibaki and Raila Amolo Odinga were co-principals in that government. They had equal share. Even though we know that Raila Amolo Odinga went through a lot of turmoil during that 5 years tenure as a co-principal of Kibaki, where he assumed the role of a prime minister. Marende did not favor Raila Amolo Odinga. Marende played a very critical moment at a time when the country needed someone of his caliber. I remember there's a time where there was a business committee and there was a position that was supposed to be given to someone. But then because Raila Amolo Odinga and Kibaki had not agreed on who to give that, I think it was the House Committee, Business House Committee, was supposed to be given to a particular person. That role, I think, was reserved for ODM, but Kibaki wanted to also have someone appointed, or maybe Kibaki appointed someone without consulting Raila Amolo Odinga. So when Marende realized that Raila Amolo Odinga was not consulted, he decided to take up that role and gave the two gentlemen time to come to a consensus and give a name that was agreed upon by the two. That time, Kenyans needed Marende the most. At this particular moment, Kenyans need Wetangula in everything. But Wetangula is not fulfilling that mandate of a non-partisan speaker. Wetangula is supporting everything that William Ruto fronts. Whether it's bad, whether it's good, he literally says yes to everything. On this issue of Sabina Chege, we expected that Wetangula would bring wisdom on these debates, wisdom on the issues, just like sometimes we see the Senate Speaker, Kingi. Sometimes Kingi does not favor Kenya Kwanza, even though Kenya Kwanza, the people who voted him in that position. But we find that Wetangula hakuna hata siku moja amesupport Azimio. Hakuna hata siku moja. Even when things seem to be making sense to literally everybody, Wetangula still supports the Kenya Kwanza. On this issue of Sabina Chege, Wetangula is supposed to come out clear and tell Sabina Chege that because your party has written to us, according to law, we are supposed to obey. But to realize that Wetangula will look for a fault in anywhere, a fault somewhere there. He will look for a fault there and try to outsmart Azimio again, despite the fact that Azimio has already communicated and complied with the things that Wetangula requested. We will still see a scenario whereby now Wetangula ataambia Azimio kwamba hawajafanya hii, hawajafanya lile. Hii yote ili protect Sabina Chege. But this cat and mouse game will end. And Sabina Chege atakuwa de-whipped. One of these fine days, she will be de-whipped. Because Azimio are determined to make sure that they de-whip her. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, can you tell us what to think about this issue of Sabina Chege? Because the whipping is something that is inevitable according to Azimio. So tell us below the comment section what to think about this. Do you believe that now Wetangula will abide by the laws of this land? Ama Wetangula ataplay ile ping pong tena kama ile vile alifanya wakati ule, whereby Wetangula did not honor what Azimio's call was all about, because Azimio had complied, but he said that Azimio had not given him a list of someone to replace Sabina. Now this time around, they've given a name of Mwenje to replace Sabina. So it's about time. So let's just wait for time. Time will tell whether Wetangula will now abide by the laws of this land. So dear ladies and gentlemen, allow me to wind up there. And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.